Hello, assalamu alaikum. Good morning, everybody. We're live. Mubarak ho, jashan manao, mithai bato. बिल्कुल कर भी सकते हैं, ऐसा भी हो सकता है, क्यों नहीं? We are live, you guys. It is the 12th of August 2024. How is everybody? What's going on? What's happening? Welcome to the show. Breakfast show with me, Anoushey, right here on City FM 89. How's everybody doing? I hope you're having a good start to your Monday. Karachi seeing some nice rainy weather. So there's finally, it's overcast. Nice little drizzles happening everywhere. Kind of fun. Kind of really yummy. I was getting to work early in the morning and was just looking out of the car window and it's nice to the eyes, right? After this massive and long heat spell, it's been nice to just be able to enjoy a little bit of pleasant weather. I was in interior Sindh over the weekend. That was also really nice, you guys. Actually, not over the weekend. I went on Thursday and I was back on Saturday, but it was really nice. Had a really good time. We were shooting something in Thatta and learned so much about the history of Thatta all over again. It's nice. It's nice to be able to travel in your own country. It's nice to be able to learn a few things about your own country. Meanwhile, Arshad Nadeem won his Olympic gold medal. I know everybody's talking about it and everybody's rejoicing, but I hope we understand the magnitude of what has happened, right? He'll go down as one of our best athletes, as he should, as he is deserving. And blessings to him, his family, supportive neighborhood, mohalla, gaon. So lovely to just see all that footage coming out and how he held his calm because there were thousands of people around him at any given moment. So what a hero. What amazing stuff, you guys. So something to celebrate. Welcome back, boys and girls. It is the breakfast show with me, Anoushey. We are here on City FM 89 breakfast show. There's a message here today. Oh my God, Mahad and Manha. Hi, you guys. Back first day of school. How I missed you guys over the summer. Believe it or not. I really did miss you guys. Let me congratulate you on your happiest wedding. Thank you. Yeah, wedding was nice. It was a small nikah actually. But thanks so much, you guys. I missed you. How was your summer break? Did you have fun? What did you guys do? What did you do? And today I have a fun question for everybody. Say if you could own a nice house. I mean, we all have nice places to live in, thankfully. But say if we could have the option to own a nice place, would you live under the ocean or on top of a mountain? It's a weird question, but a really good one. I found it on some page. Would you live in the ocean or on the mountain? Yeah. You can text in 031428989889. For me, I would think, if I could breathe under the ocean properly, it seems a little suffocating at the moment. Yeah. Or here's another question that's a lot of fun. Actually, forget the last question. Let's do this one. If you could add a room to your house, what would it be for? If you had to add an extra room in your house and go this room is going to be this room. This is what I'm going to do in this. What would the room be for? Yeah. All right. That seems like a more reasonable question. We are nearly at our first break today as well. It is the 12th of August, coming into the 14th of August. How are you feeling about that, you guys? Yeah. Big days coming up. All right, you guys. Welcome back. You're tuned into the breakfast show with me and Anoushey. We're here on City FM 89. What is up? If you go back in time, 12th of August, the phonograph was invented by Thomas Edison on this day in 1877. Can you believe it? Famous American inventor Thomas Edison made perhaps his most original discovery, the phonograph. And his early recordings were indentations which were embossed into a sheet of tinfoil by a vibrating stylus. We all know what Thomas Edison did for us. And imagine. Also, some interesting news. Back in 1990, on this very day, The most complete and best preserved skeleton of a Tyrannosaurus rex was found. And it was found in South Dakota in the United States. And it was nicknamed Sue after Susan Hendrickson, the paleontologist who discovered the dinosaur fossil. Yeah, crazy stuff. Had a question for you guys and I wanted you to answer. I'm changing questions a lot today. I don't know what's going on. One question would be that, say, if you had to spend the whole week with somebody, one person, Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. or 7 a.m. to like 10 p.m. If you had to spend the whole day and the whole week with one person in this world, who would you spend it with and why? I know you want to spend time with our mom and dad, but yeah, besides our mom and dad, who would we want to spend the whole week with and why? If there's a cool person, there's an animal, if there's anything that you would like to mention, go for it right here, right now. Alrighty, looking forward to your answers. What else happened on this day? East Germany in 1961 began construction of the Berlin Wall. Yep, which served as a symbol of the Cold War, separating East Berlin from West Berlin until 1989. So today was when the day of this famous wall, the construction of this famous wall, the Berlin Wall, began. Hey Anoushey, good morning, says Ryan. How are you, Miss Radio Diva? Oh man, I'm okay. I'm just a little tired. But how are you, Ryan? What's up? I'd like to spend my whole day with my best friend. Wouldn't mind spending a whole week either, just as long as she promises not to judge my snack choices. Who is this best friend, huh? Look at me. Oh, such an excitable radio jockey, right? But yeah, if you had to spend your whole week with somebody, who would it be? Any hero that you would like to spend a whole week with? That'd be really nice. Also, we have a new hero on the scene, Arshad Nadeem, you guys. If you want to appreciate him, of course, do not stop talking about him on social media. That's one way of us showing our appreciation. I don't think it's a bad thing that, oh, you're just like a keyboard warrior. When you're promoting something nice and good about your country, go for it. Just like we keep telling you to keep on talking about the important things like Palestine, etc. Whatever it is that you believe in, right? So don't stop talking about him. That's one way to show appreciation. And most certainly, I think, we should all work on a mural in the city, like a couple of, I love street art in general. And I was like, we should do like a commemoration of Arshad Nadeem, like street art somewhere, like a big painting. That would be really nice. Of course, if we can write letters to a home address, maybe. I wouldn't know how that works, but I'm assuming he has a manager. It's we keep saying things online, but it's so nice to be able to write and appreciate our heroes. And when I was much younger, we used to have a culture of putting up posters in our room. So I did have a Shahid Afridi poster. I did have a Roger Federer poster. But I don't think youngsters put posters in their rooms of their heroes anymore. So, yep, it's weird. But I don't know. I don't know what works. But I do know that it's such a matter of pride for us. It's absolutely amazing. The question still stands, however. If you had a whole week to spend with somebody from morning to night, is there a public personality? Is there a celebrity? Is there a person who's not a celebrity but somebody you really look up to, or somebody in your social circle or not, that you would like to spend the whole week with? Who would this person be? You can text in 03142898989. It is the 12th of August, you guys. Yep. By the way, on this day, back in 1883, the last known quagga. Now, quagga was a type of zebra native to South Africa. So the last of its species died in Amsterdam Zoo on this day in 1883. It became extinct. My goodness. but you can find pictures online. Just sharing some information while we chit chat about everything under the sun. And we're going to move on to a bit more music. We've got some Becky Hill and Self-Esteem with True Colors lined up for you guys at this moment in time. That should take us through to the 7:45 break, I should think so, because we're good on time right now. So that is going to happen, and it's nearly a 4-minute song. And then we have an artist who I absolutely admire. We all do, actually. And today only, this morning, while I was scrolling through my Instagram, I saw a video of him live in concert and how he asked the security guys to get this girl on stage and she nearly fainted. Like, inki jo star pull of power thi na, Michael Jackson I'm talking about, was unreal. Unreal. Like, I've never seen people respond to an artist the way they responded to Michael Jackson. The kind of madness and chaos and obsession and passion that he was surrounded by, rather. Insane. All right, you guys, you are tuned into The Breakfast Show with me, Anoushey, chatting about so many different things. Oh, yep. Looking back in history as well, the things that happened on this day. What else happened? Anything else? Well, Isaac Singer was a gentleman who in 1851 patented something that we all have used in our lives and still do. Sewing machine. Singer ki machines. We all know that. You know, silai ki machine hamesha Singer ki hoti thi. So it was patented on this day in 1851 by Isaac Singer. And he wanted to market the product. Imagine, it all became easy. Silai became easy. Crazy stuff. And yeah, so enough. What else can we do to celebrate our heroes is another conversation we were having. Arshad Nadeem coming back with a medal. He was an underappreciated hero for us, and he had to put everything on the line to get noticed the way he did. Either way, the appreciation and the love and the respect that's pouring in is very, very well deserved. And I think it's the world of social media as well that will not let us forget what a hero he truly is. Because there have been so many heroes on our list that we've conveniently forgotten and not kept up with. Because the government or the TV channels or the media didn't give them enough exposure at the time when they truly deserved it. But I'm hoping through social media, you and I have the ability to keep our legends and our heroes alive forever. And this has been a great reason for us to start having conversations about sports again. Why we should be promoting sports. How can we change our culture from one that is a depressed, sort of negative, intolerant sort of society to like more sports oriented, because it creates so much unity, appreciation, tolerance and goodness amongst everybody. So yeah, hoping that this is going to be the tipping point, that after this people will start taking sports more seriously, encourage their kids, encourage each other. And the way Arshad Nadeem's entire village got together to help his dream, the way they believed in his potential, that is something I completely enjoyed. And I was like, man, if there's a private organization just working for athletes and their betterment and to give them the required environment to grow and do well in, I would donate to it 100%. But I would really want to know that there's no outside interference and where the money is going, and each and every penny would be used for training, for creating a conducive environment for men and women both in every field, specifically in sports that we're good in. Even though javelin is something that was so new to us, you know, we've known that we're good at hockey, we're good at squash, we're good at cricket, we're even trying to play football. All of that is going on, yes, but there you go. So it's up to experts, coaches to decide. Arshad Nadeem takes the medal, but I was reading about his coach Salman Butt, who's been a long time coach, you know, and the belief that he must have put into his athlete, the support that they give, is something that helps them get there. So we should never think less of them, of course, and celebrate them equally. Hello, Anoushey. Good morning. The hero I want to discuss is Waqar Zaka. I know what he was, but now he's the most educated Pakistani we have. He supported the athlete. That's good. I'm happy to know. Where is Waqar Zaka? I haven't seen him in a long time. Wonder where he is. Wherever he is, I hope he's doing well. And that's good. Yeah, he's been supporting all athletes, which is exactly what each of us should be doing as well. Alrighty. What is the plan, you guys? How is it going for you? What are you doing this morning? How's the week starting for you? Yesterday I saw a picture and, there was just an Instagram post which had like around 3 pictures on it, and they were like, which would be your dream house? And the first picture on that carousel of posts was a house by the ocean, just really nice, neat and clean. Then there was a house in the mountains, like nice, wooden, warm, cozy. And then there was another house by the forest and a lake. And they were like, where would you be? And I looked at the pictures for a long time, and I was like, I'm going to ask this question to my listeners early in the morning on Monday. So say if you had a choice to have your dream house. Now we all have a certain idea of what our dream house should be, right? Or if you haven't had a thought, then let me ask you this question right now. That if you had to close your eyes and imagine your actual home, a place you love to be, a place where you love to wake up and go to sleep. But what would your dream house be? And of course, if you had the option, I know we all live in Karachi, Lahore, Islamabad, we love our cities, no matter what they are, they're home. But if we had that extra money to make like a little house for ourselves anywhere else, besides our own respective cities, where would you be? Would you be by the ocean? Would you be by the mountains? Or would you be in a forest by a lake? So this is a question I just wanted to know. Yep. So there you go. And let me know. Let me know where you would be. For me, it was very tough. I was looking at the pictures and I was like, nature is just so inviting. And instead of having one big house by the beach, maybe I can have 3 small houses. One greedy, right? And what made me sadder is the fact that when we look to invest, we are looking abroad, or we look, Pakistan has beautiful beaches in Balochistan, stunning beaches. If it was developed, if there was no unrest there, unfortunately, if it was, a place that you and I could access and just enjoy to the fullest, the beaches are remarkable, and I'd love to have a beach home there. Breaks my heart that I'm going to have to look for a beach home outside my own country. Sabah, I've gotten your message. I'm just going to reply back to you. Meanwhile, we have a couple of more tracks. Yes, we do. All right, everybody. Welcome to The Breakfast Show. 8:17, early in the morning. Well, we've been on air since 7 a.m. Was, of course, reading and trying to share all the good things that are happening. 30 short habits that have a massive return on life. A few little things that you can add into your life. Writing things down. So I generally write my ideas down immediately as soon as I get them, because our brains are for having ideas, but our brains are not for holding them. बहुत आसानी से या बहुत जल्दी आप भूल जाते हैं. So anytime a good idea comes, just jot it. You don't have to do anything with that idea. Whether it's a business idea, whether it's something you want to make, whether it's something you've read somewhere, quickly jot it down so you do not forget. And here's another way to become a little bit more of a person, a little bit more of a mature person. A person who's a little more self-aware. Generally, take a second or two and pause before you respond to anybody, right? Become less reactive, basically, trying to say. Here's another one. Read something every day. Even if it's just one page, read something little every day, and write something every day. So in the night, if you want to just write your gratitude journal or a dear diary side of situation कि आज पूरे दिन में मेरे साथ ये हुआ है, whatever it is, write. Keep in the habit of writing. And I can't emphasize how you must get some sun on your skin every day again, either early in the morning or in the evening. Some sun, like natural sunlight, instead of vitamin D pills and tablets. And we're also kind of always worried about rang na kharab ho jaye or rang na. Just wear your sunblock and get into the sun, please. Please. Take some sun. Take it on your back. Take it on your arms, your legs. It's nice. It's yummy. And when your head starts hurting or your eyes are hurting, it means you need to take a quick break from work. You need to disconnect and then you need to recharge. I love some naps as well. 15 minutes shadai. Maza aata hai. If you have the ability to do it, go for it. Just sharing some little tips and tricks. Meanwhile, I was asking you, if you had to have a house by the beach, by the mountains, or in a forest, by a lake, what would you choose? What would your dream house be? Where would it be? Tell me. Just having conversations. Okay. It's 8:26 a.m. first thing in the morning, and I was discussing little tips and tricks that you can utilize on how to just, short habits to just make things easier. Limit your to-do list. Do 3 important tasks in a day, like big ones. And we put 20 things on the list, कि मैंने ये भी करना है, ये भी करना है, ये भी करना है, and then it doesn't go the way it should. Because I think we also try and fill it up too much, and then you feel like you haven't achieved much when the day is over. So break down your goals, right? And break down what you need to do through the course of the day into small steps. So yeah. And one thing I have noticed that we don't tend to value our time, right? Enjoy your time, value it, understand that it's limited, it's precious. And most certainly, when you have the time to do what you want to do, find hobbies which engage your mind and also your soul. So instead of just scrolling or watching mindless television, sometimes when you do have that hour or two, if you're spending it creating something, playing a sport, something like a hobby, again, that resonates with your mind, even if it's a group sports match and during the end of the day, whatever it is. It's really nice, right? And the one thing we need to do is we need to stop comparing ourselves, our money, our finances, our standing, our vacations. Let's just not compare ourselves to anybody, really, truly. क्या फर्क पड़ता है कौन किसके पास कहाँ कौन जा रहा है? Because A, God knows what anybody is going through, and B, when you think about what other people are doing too much, you kind of hinder your own progress. And that's something I've also learned. You need to just be focused on your path. And that is kind of really nice, without being concerned about what anybody else is doing, because that is just going to come in the way of your own progress. So these are just a few things that I thought we should talk about. And of course, that question still stands, that if I gave you an option to have a nice house by the beach, or one in the mountains, or one in the forest by a lake, which one would you choose and why? And with that, we're nearing at 8:30, so we're going to go off to another break. Hussain says, good morning, Anoushey. Good morning, Hussain. In my college days, I would study for 50 minutes. 10 minutes, I would walk to get a drink of water or read a magazine. And then I would repeat this for the next 2 to 3 hours, but I never studied more than 4 hours. And how are you as a student? Right, so now we say that we should do something for 30 minutes and get up and take a 10-minute break, which is fine too. As long as you're completing your 4 hours of studying a day or 3 hours or whatever your goal is. But to break it up would make it a lot easier. 110%. The days I'm not here at work as well, I have to record a show, and if I sit down and record it together, then it seems very redundant. But when I record a few links, then get up, do something else and come back, there's more energy. There's something new to put forward, right? So I completely understand the science of getting up and taking breaks. I think it is absolutely essential. But thanks for catching me today live, Hussein. It means a lot to me. I've been skipping a lot of work. I've been traveling a lot and working on a lot of other things. It's becoming increasingly difficult for me to be dedicated like I was until a few months ago. But we're hanging in there. We'll try and see how that goes. Meanwhile, what is your quirkiest habit? I found this question online. What do you think is really quirky about you? Anything in particular? Like a habit or something that you do that is you? Like totally you. Like there are certain things that make people like they become not their identity, but something you're like, yeah, this was something you would do. Is there something that is quirky about you? I'm thinking, what is my quirkiest habit? I don't know. Well, I do have a habit. I cannot sleep anymore without reading. मुझे नींद नहीं आती unless I read a few pages of a book. It's a great habit. I don't know if it's quirky, but I've got to read. Even if it's 4 o'clock in the morning and I have to wake up at 6, I will read 2 pages. It's a good habit. I don't know if it's quirky or not. All right. Could really like that song. I graduated with 3.32 out of 4, which is great, Hussein. Look at you. Vakas says, I do dumbbells whenever we go out and let my family wait in the car and doing it until they start honking and always asking what you're doing because it's still a secret. What? Oh, we're talking about quirky habits. What is your quirky habit? So Vakas basically tends to work out right when they have a family commitment, when everybody needs to get into the car and go out and he's rushing, finishing his workout. Quirky habits. Goodness, do I have any more quirky habits? I do bite my nails. I'm a nervous person. I keep working on it, like meditation and yoga and this and that, but somehow it happens. What else? What is your quirkiest habit, you guys? We all have some funny habits, and I don't know. I'm trying to think. We spend 24 hours doing so many things. What's the one thing that we keep repeating? Maybe something I say. Well, I do know one thing that I do on radio a lot is, hey guys, or even on my Instagram, hey guys. And my friends' kids, they all make fun of me. They're like, hey guys, what's up, guys? So I guess it's not a quirky habit, but it's something weird that I have going in me, right? But if you know of anybody else who has weird habits, my dad has weird habits. He does, 100%. Trying to think what are the weird habits that my father has. My father will not let a bottle of dry fruits be if it's around him. Like if my father sees dry fruits, he will open up a bottle and take a few and go yeah. I've seen this quirky habit and I keep telling him, you always like, putting your hands into the badams and the pistas, and he's like, yeah, okay, so figs, peanuts even. It's a thing, I tell you. It's a thing. Quirky habits. What are some people who have the quirkiest habits? Who do you know in your house who has weird habits? Anything that you would like to share, go for it. I don't know what happens. I'm practically like falling asleep. Why? I don't want to sleep. Hi Anoushey, Zohaib says, my quirky habit is always counting the numbers of steps taken or stairs climbed. My goodness, Zohaib. That is a very quirky habit indeed. Counting steps. That's really funny. Dino's quirky habit also, like, well, maybe he has a fear, but he doesn't like taking the elevator, so I'm assuming he's also counting steps. Oh God, that is a very quirky habit. I never thought that could be a habit. Very quirky indeed. What else, you guys? What else? So my dogs have a very quirky habit also. Like Luca has a very quirky habit. So, like just like us, we have our favorite sofa, our favorite place in the house where we sit and read or watch TV. Like Luca has a favorite spot. And when anybody else is sitting on his spot, he comes and he's like, what the hell? Like, that's my part of the couch. Imagine a dog, right? Having quirky habits. And every day without fail, when I come and sit on the couch to watch TV and I'm with the other dog and I'm just chilling and I see him going pluck right on that spot. It's his spot. It's my doggy's spot. My wife has a habit of sniffing talcum powder to calm her nerves. What? That doesn't sound very quirky-ish. It sounds more dangerous actually. Sniffing talcum powder. Like it's some drug. Please tell her not to if she needs to calm her nerves. एक तो आपने उनकी ज़िंदगी में क्या किया है जो उनको talcum powder sniff करना पड़ रहा है. Tell her to have some chamomile tea and meditate. This is not a quirky habit. This is a problem, friend. Hello. Can you please play Final Countdown by Europe? Oh my goodness. I don't know if you have that song or not, but we can try and see how that goes. But thanks for your message, Amir. We were asking about quirky habits. If you have any quirky habits, I'm trying to think who else has what quirky habits. And yeah, my nephew has not a quirky, but a weird, obsessive, compulsive habit. He washes his hands like all the time, like 20 times a day, which is not good because his mother's like, beta, let it be a little bit. Don't over dry your hands. Let it be. But he's like, no, I just came from the outside. No, I just touched the kitchen door. Ooh, I just kind of picked something up. My hands must be dirty. Problem is spotted. All right, boys and girls, you are tuned into The Breakfast Show with me, Anoushey. We are here live on City FM 89. It's been good chatting with you guys. I've been coming live less and less. I've been trying really hard to manage my entire routine. But prioritizing has become difficult because of lack of sleep. My goodness, it really gets to me. Beginning to feel sleepy right now as well. So my poor doggy in the house has got a bit of a skin issue. And he was kind of moving around a lot because he wasn't comfortable last night. So I kept waking up as well. So every day there's some excuse or the other. And what's really funny is that I come here and I keep telling you guys, healthy hona zaruri hai, achha sona zaruri hai. So I'm like that lecture aunt who gives the lecture, says all the right things, but go home and then I'm struggling myself. And I'm like, should not be that way. But more rest, less worry. That is my mantra for this year. And I've really enjoyed the art of resting. I don't think it's being lazy. I don't think it's being like, you're kind of just not doing anything or you're really being non-productive. If you're lying on the couch and spending a lot of your time napping or reading or just chilling. I feel like it's a small change, but a change for the better. We give ourselves a very hard time when we want to rest. We're like, we're not doing enough. आज मैंने कुछ नहीं किया, मैं सिर्फ सोफे पे रही हूँ, मैंने टीवी देखा है या मैंने किताब पढ़ी है. Once in a while it's okay. Why do we give ourselves such a hard time? It's not procrastination, it's resting. There's a difference. Yeah. Of course, more nature. This is something I'm going to incorporate into my life now. Working out and all is fun, gymming is great, but I want to be walking at a park, or I want to be swimming in a pool, around trees. I want to be in a place when I'm around water or nature. So that is going to be a plan that I really want to put into motion as well. Some sad news to share with you guys. I don't even know sometimes how to bring these conversations out. But sad to report that Hania Aslam, one half of the celebrated musical duo, Zeb and Hania, she has passed away. And yes, the musician reportedly succumbed to a cardiac arrest. And I remember her remarkable contribution to music, her demeanor, kindness, smiles, and of course talent. So today, let us all take a moment to pray for her soul and for her family. Zeb and Hania have given us some great music, and I truly, truly hope and pray that her soul finds peace. Gone too soon, you guys, too young and too talented. But such is life, right? Always a reminder of the fragility of our existence and hoping that we can do good things, knowing that you never know when it's time up. Whew. My quirky habit is listening to the breakfast show on the breakfast table, in spite of my wife's objections. Say and tell your wife that, Anoushey is like, I like this quirky habit of listening to the show. Yes, I do. So special. You guys, each of you are really very special indeed. All right, big prayer for Hania Aslam. And gone too soon, really. Talking about quirky habits, what are your quirky habits? Or if anybody around you has quirky habits? Everybody has something that makes them who they are. Like this is so them. And so many other friends. A friend of mine, a very famous Pakistani designer, Nomi Ansari, has this quirky habit. Every Sunday without fail at 7:30, 8 a.m. he sends me a message and he's like, Nashta karna hai? And I'm like, kya hai? It's Sunday. Like, why? Why would you be up at this ungodly hour messaging? But Sunday breakfast habits. Some people only have biryani in their house on Fridays. It's like I wouldn't even call it a quirky habit. I'll just call it a thing that happens in their house all the time, right? So, yep. And my habit has become that I love sipping chai when I'm doing the breakfast show. Like, through the breaks and the songs, I'm like, yuck. Taking in mini sips all the time. That's also quite nice. I've also got a mini habit. There you go. Lots of mini quirky habits that I have. And, yep. More gratitude now and less comparison is going to be another thing that I'm going to take on. More movement for my body. This is something that I will begin to do. I want to move my body more. So I'm going to take stairs where I can. I'm going to walk the distance. I'm going to walk mindfully when I walk to the car, when I walk to the store. Just make sure my body language is like, more awareness, you guys. Being a little more self-aware and less processed food. Just, I'm trying very hard to make these little changes. And it's not been so tough, to be honest. Just, your body kind of gets used to the goodness you feed it. It happens. It's not that difficult. They say, but the first thing you should do is get sunlight, because there are nerve cells in your eyes and they provide a wake-up signal to your brain. So you should get into some sunlight the minute you are up. And of course, a cold shower would be good too. Yeah. And the best thing to do is wake up a little early and do exercise where you can. Like start your day with a workout. That's the tough one. It's very tough. It's not easy. But जो करने वाले होते हैं वो कर लेते हैं. My brother-in-law used to go to the gym at 7 o'clock in the morning in New York City in January. It would be snowing outside. But he was like, it makes me feel better. And then he would come back, shower change, and then go to work. Man, imagine doing your workout first thing. Not a bad idea, but oh well. Just announced a little while earlier that Hania Aslam from the famous Zeb and Hania duo has unfortunately passed away because of a cardiac arrest. Too young, gone too soon. Heart hurts, but there's also a lot of prayer and gratefulness for having known her a little bit. Always smiling, always soft-spoken and always kind. And they had a beautiful song called Chal Diye that was a part of Coke Studio from back in the day with Jawad Bashir. And it's playing behind me. I'd like to dedicate this to Hania and all her fans, all us Pakistanis. Please remember her in your prayers today. Just a life taken away from us way too soon. Forever in our hearts. Hania. The song is started behind me. It's called Chal Diye. Literally very apt for her departing this fleeting world. And she's always going to live through her music. Alright guys, with that we've come to the end of yet another show of your favorite show. Zabardasti, na? Like nobody ever said it, but I'm like, no, it is your favorite show, okay? Come here every morning and do the show with so much mehnat. It is your favorite show. I am kidding. Guys, surround yourself with good people. If there are people around you who do not listen to you, red flag. If they don't respect your boundaries, red flag. If they don't take responsibility for their actions, red flag. If they don't like seeing you grow, like you have a feeling that when they see you grow, they're like, bahar se taaliyan baja rahe, andar se zanghar. Right? They lie or they manipulate. And they're borderline selfish. Unsafe people traits. You do not need that kind of drama around you. Truly. This would be some motivation for early Monday morning. I hope everybody's having a decent start to their day. Karachi weather is good. It hasn't been flooding yet, but the government has warned of heavy rains in the northern region of Pakistan in the next 72 hours. So a big prayer. Please stay safe. Stock up on some khana pina and remain indoors, you guys. Remain indoors. Enjoy your family time. Play some board games. You know how terrible it can be. So stick inside and let nature do what it's doing. I know, I understand it's horrible, our infrastructure and stuff, but perhaps we are safest at home. And I'm going to leave you with a couple of more tracks. Got some Raat out by Atif Aslam because he's just such a cool artist. And then we've got some Orville Peck and Kylie Minogue with Diplo. And उसके बाद भी हमारे पास शायद 2-3 मिनट होंगे. 1 मिनट होगा उसके बाद. चलो फिर 1 मिनट है तो मैं थोड़ा सा बात ही कर लेती हूँ. 50 तक ऐसा ही कर लेती हूँ. So yeah, I'm going to leave you with 2 of these tracks. Atif Aslam, making us proud wherever he goes. Performed in Dubai recently and people said he was unreal. As he should be. Why not? He is the best we've got and we are absolutely proud of him. And I, leaving you the promise that we'll see you guys back on air tomorrow where we are going to chill out and have some fun. Take care, you guys. Have a great start to your morning.